Hello everyone, this is teacher Fatima from Science National Academy. How are you? Today I will revise with you what we have already taken in our class today, Sunday, 20 September 2020. So today we are going to revise the WH questions about the simple past and the past continuous. It's a very easy grammar rule. Okay, so we have WH questions. What does it mean, WH? As you can see, WH means we are going to use question tools that start with WH, like, can you tell me? Think about it. Of course, like when, what, like, and like, when, what, and where. When, what, and where. First of all, I want you to watch this video about the question tools. Then we will come back to talk about how to use WH questions to ask about simple past and past continuous.
It's time to figure it out, leave without any doubt. I have some friends to help me. Here's how it's gonna go. I'll ask each one what they know. That's how we build the story with who, what, when, where, and why. We'll help to guide you when you're mystified. Oh, and like a private eye, they gather all the information for the latest investigation. Work it out with who, what, when, where, why, by your side. Who was there at the scene? What does everything mean? Let's bring the facts together. When did this all occur? Where's the place that they were? Why did the whole thing happen? Who, what, when, where, why? We'll help to guide you when you're mystified. Oh, and like a private eye, they gather all the information for the latest investigation. Work it out with who, what, when, where, why, by your side. For further assistance, you might ask how to fill in the details. I have a cat named Jakes. He'll
Okay, here, as you can see, there's a sentence. I have a cat named Jake. So we're going to use the WH question, who. Why we used who? Because we always use who to ask about people or names of things or about someone or subject. As you can see in this one, he always gets me awake. We used what because we use what to ask about actions. He always gets me awake. What? Awake. Each and every morning, we asked about morning using the question tool when. So we use when to ask about the time. So we use what to ask about actions, who to ask about names, people, or subjects, things. There must be always a name. And we use when to ask about time. These are the most important 3 question tools today in our grammar.
every morning jumps right under the bed. I know it.
Okay, this one, as you can see, He jumps right onto the bed. So we asked about the place using where. And where is also very important. So we use where to ask about the place. So we use what to ask about actions. We use when to ask about time. We use where to ask about the place. And we use who to ask about names.
Bed. I know he wants to be fed. It's always without warning. And who, what, when, where, why. We'll have to guide you when you're mystified. Oh, and like a private eye, they gather all the information for the latest investigation. Work it out with who, what, when, where, why. By your side.
Okay, let's go back to our lesson. Okay, so we are going to first use WH questions with the simple past. Let's see. WH questions with simple past. First of all, I will write for you a sentence. Let's read it together. She ate pizza yesterday. It's a very simple sentence about the simple past. The verb is ate, and ate is in the past. As you can see, it's very clear that ate is a verb in the past. Inside every verb in the past, there are two verbs. The first one is helping verb, which is did, which is always did, because helping verb to do in the past is did with all of the pronouns he, she, it, I, you, we, and they always take did. There's another verb inside the simple past. It's the verb one. So we have did and verb one. Verb one of ate is, yes, it's eat. Sorry for the bad handwriting. There is a rule that we can follow this rule in order to ask about the simple past using the WH question tools. Let's see them. What is the rule? The grammar rule said that we are going to start with WH question tool. Then we are going to use the verb to do, which is the helping verb, which is always did. Then we are going to use the subject. Then we are going to use the verb one, which is the base form of the verb. Then we are going to continue the sentence. At the end we have question mark. Okay, let's apply this. WH tool, then did, then subject, then verb one. Let's continue. Our sentence is, she ate pizza yesterday. Let's apply the grammar rule and find out a question using what about the sentence. Let's start. The question tool is what? Okay. And it must start with capital because it's the first sentence in the question. And we always use the helping verb did. So what did? The subject is the pronoun, which is she. What did she? And verb 1 of ate is eat. What did she eat yesterday? Question mark. The answer is that she ate pizza yesterday. So that's it. Let's write another sentence and apply the question rule back for it. Our sentence is that they played football last weekend. Let's apply the grammar rule, which is WH question, then did, then subject, then verb 1. At the end, we have question mark. So this is the grammar rule. This is our sentence. Let's apply the grammar rule for this sentence. I want to use when. When, ask about time. So we're going to use a question tool asking about the last weekend. Weekend is the time here. So we're going to say when, and when must start with capital. So we're going to use when. Then we have did always in the past. The pronoun or the subject is they. What is the verb 1 of played? Yes, it's play. When did they play? The answer is last weekend. They played last weekend. They played football last weekend. And we can say, when did they play football? That's better. When did they play football? They played football last weekend. So this is our grammar rule about using the simple past. So first we have simple past in the sentence, a very simple sentence. We are going to use WH question tools to ask about the sentence. Question tools with W like when, what, or where. Of course, inside every simple past, there are two verbs, did and verb 1. The question rule is WH question, WH tool plus did plus subject plus verb 1, and we continue the sentence. At the end, we have question mark. Now, let's go to talk about the simple. The past continuous. How to use WH tool to make a question about the past continuous. First of all, of course, I'm going to share with you a sentence. Let's read the sentence together. He was walking yesterday night. He was walking yesterday night. The verb is was walking. So in this verb, we already have helping verb, which is was, and we have was. Sorry, I want to choose the color. As a helping verb. Sorry again. And we have walking verb ing, because the past continuous always consists of verb to be, verb ing. Verbs to be was or were in the past, and verbs ing is a base form of the verb with ing, like walking, dancing, talking. Okay, he was walking yesterday night. Let's make a question using WH tool. There is always a rule. What is the rule? For the past continuous, the grammar rule said that we are going to use the WH tool plus the helping verb, which is was or were, plus, of course, the subject. Then we are going to continue with the verb ing. Then we are going to continue the sentence, and at the end we have question mark. WH tool, was or were, then the subject, then verb ing. Okay, why we have was or were? Let's remember. Of course, we have was with the singular. We use was when we have singular subject. Singular means one, only one. So when we have she or he or it or I, and where when we have they, you, and we. I will write for you a sentence now. Let's read the sentence. Or no, we have already a sentence. He was walking yesterday night. This one. Okay, he was walking yesterday night. Let's apply the grammar rule about it. Let's use what or yes, what. Was or where we have was, of course, because we have he. What was he doing yesterday? Okay, so the answer is he was walking yesterday. If I want to ask about the time, which is night, I will use when. When, then was or where, we have was. He walking yesterday. Of course, we wrote walking, not doing, because we are asking about the night. At the first one, we were asking using what about the action, which is walking. So walking is the answer here. But here the answer is night. Okay, if I wrote he was walking yesterday night in the garden or in the park. Okay, let's find out a question about the WH tool using where. We are going to say, where was he walking? So the answer is he was walking in the park. Now let's open our Pupils Book, page number 15. So let's open page number 15. As you can see at the top of the page, we have the grammar books. In the grammar books here, we have the rule. The first one talks about the simple past. So it's about simple past. Okay. In the simple past, what is the rule? We use WH tool, then always did with any pronoun which is the subject and the verb one. But next one is for the past continuous. We use WH tool, was as a helping verb, and where. Was with I, he, she, they are singular pronouns, and where with you, we, they are plural pronouns, and the ing verb. Okay. Here we have paragraph, and this paragraph is written by a boy. His name is Leo, as you can see at the end of the story or at the paragraph. So this is Leo. Let's read what did Leo write. Okay. Put your finger on that and let's read. Last Saturday, we celebrated my granddad's birthday. The celebration was at my grandparents' house. My parents and I arrived at 4:30 and we started eating at 5 o'clock. My grandma cooked chicken with rice and vegetables. We had birthday cake for dessert. We went home at 8 o'clock. By Leo. So who wrote this one? Leo, of course. Okay. As you can see, we started the paragraph using last Saturday. So last Saturday is an indication that this paragraph happened in the past. So all of the verbs are going to be in the past. Let's find out the verbs. We celebrated my granddad's birthday. So celebrated is a verb. The celebration was at my grandparents' house. Was is a verb. My parents and I arrived. Arrived is a verb. At 4:30 and we started. Started is also a verb. Eating at 5 o'clock. My grandma cooked. So cooked is also a verb. Chicken with rice and vegetables. We had birthday cake for dessert. Had is also a verb. We went home at 8 o'clock. Went is also a verb. And as you can see, all of these verbs are simple past. Okay, in this exercise here, we have some sentences or questions are written with disordered words, and we need to put them in order. So, first of all, we need to remember what's the rule of using the question tools to make questions about the simple past. So, this is the rule. Of course, first of all, we are going to use the WH tool. Then, did, then the subject, then the verb one, and after that we continue the sentence. At the end we have question mark. Leo, where his granddad's celebrated birthday. Let's apply the grammar rule. Of course, first one is going to be the WH tool, which is where. Where did Leo then verb 1 celebrate then the rest of the sentence his granddad's birthday 5 and 6. So the question is, where did Leo celebrate his granddad's birthday? Okay, let's apply next one. Of course, the WH tool, which is when. Then did. When did, of course, the subject is Leo. And we can see more than one subject. So Leo and 3, 4. His parents 5. Arrive, which is verb 1. So when did Leo and his parents arrive? Next one. We start with what, of course, because it's the WH question. What? Then did. Leo's, and because we have comma s, so there's something missing in this word. So Leo's what? Of course, Leo's grandma. So it's going to be Leo's grandma. What did Leo's grandma? Then we have verb 1, make. For dinner. So what did Leo's grandma make for dinner? Last one. Time go what home Leo did his parents and. So of course here as you can see we have what time. So what time did Leo and his parents verb 1 go home? So what time did Leo and his parents go home? This is the question. we need to read carefully and match our answers with the pictures. But first of all, as you can see, we need to complete the questions with the correct form of the verb. But first, we need to see if it's a simple past or it's a past continuous question. What grandma at 4 o'clock? It's did. Let's see, at 4 o'clock, at 4 o'clock, look, cook. So he asking about the action. She cooked. Let's see. So E was cooking. It's a long action. So here we have past continuous. Past continuous. Okay. It's past continuous. So we need to put the helping verb as, was, or were. Grandma is singular, so it's was. What was grandma? Of course, verb ing. Doing. What was grandma doing at 4 o'clock? She was cooking. Next one. What's she for dinner? Cook. Let's see the answers. So it looks like he's asking about what she was cooking. Okay, chicken and rice. So the answer is chicken and rice. Okay. So we say what? Of course, it's simple past. What did she cook? We have did and verb 1. Next one. What's Leo and his family at 5:30? Here we have 5:30. What's Leo and his family at 5:30 do? They, of course, eating. They were eating dinner. So it's D. We're eating a long action. It's a past continuous. So we're going to use were as a helping verb. And we will continue with eating. What were Leo and his family eating at 5:30? Or no, doing, sorry, because the verb is doing between brackets. Here. Where they dinner eat. So where to ask about the place. So they want to know what place they were eating in. They were having dinner, of course, in the dining room, F. So we're going to say, where did they eat dinner? In the dining room. What they at 6 o'clock do? Let's see 6 o'clock here. At 6 o'clock they were having some cake. So they were eating cake, and as you can see, It's a long action, so it's past continuous. So we're going to use where as a helping verb. What were they doing at 6 o'clock? They were eating cake. So the last one is B, as you can see. When we on the sofa sit at 7 o'clock. Yes, 7 o'clock. So we used when to ask about time. When did we sit on the sofa? Of course, the time was at 7 o'clock. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this class. Be ready for tomorrow's class all. I love you and take care. Study well. Bye bye.